In downtown Minneapolis.
Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
Well, we thought this could get interesting. Here's interesting, an onside kick to start this thing. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Now there's 2 sides to every coin. You come on the road, you get the onside kick to start the game. What a boost, but you don't get it. And now your back's against the wall a little bit.
You're exactly right. You nailed it perfectly. And so many ways to go at it when you're on the road. You think to yourself, well, if we start on defense, we blitz them early, try and create a big play. If we start on offense, we throw the big pass downfield. In this case, they said, forget all of that. Let's do it on special teams and try and catch them off guard.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Here's Herbert. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An explosive 38-yard pickup. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now it's Herbert. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And it's caught. And he's brought down.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Herbert now. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Herbert and the Chargers staying put. They'll line up and go for 2.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run it, let your linemen surge and fire out.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll go Madison up the middle.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Back to the ground on 1st down. Here's Madison.
He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup.
On 2nd down, this is Madison.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Cousins to throw it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Well, the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Cousins on the keeper. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
Almost want to go Shakespeare here. My kingdom for a yard. Quarterback sneak, nothing doing.
Better be careful. Shakespeare might sue you.
Yeah.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison taking it in from a yard out. And the Vikings have cut the lead back down to 2.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And this is now a 1-point game.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
Herbert.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this 1st quarter. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Now that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down and 6 now.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Running on 1st down, Eckler.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
This caught left side by the tight end Parham.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert.
Yeah, their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
We'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. A tight one. 8-7 our score after one on EA Sports.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he is going to lose yardage here. They're 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down. Here's Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
On fourth down, Herbert. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And then Akers hit. He coughs it up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. Now a 2nd and 6. They'll go again here with Akers.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. The Vikings on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us. No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. So the completion good for 7 there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Back to throw here, Herbert. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And no move to get Herbert off the field. They're going for this.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert escaping the pressure right.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright.
Oh, he He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Mekhi Blackman's got it. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Herbert. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. 2 minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7, our score. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to throw. Herbert. And his throw is incomplete.
That one was tipped up in the air and fortunately fell away for the defense because if the offense is able to grab that one, that's a short little jaunt into the end zone because there's not enough reaction time off of a tip ball for the defense to rally and make a tackle. They were very fortunate on that play.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go. Here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here at 1st and 10.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Out of his end zone, Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
They lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Herbert on 1st down now. Buying time to his left.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by a Caleb Evans. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Following the interception, Cousins.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
A final shot before the break for Herbert. Flush to his right.
And that, what a dangerous throw there back across the field, but it's incomplete.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking to throw. Herbert. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. Back to throw. Herbert. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Hey, Ram.
Throwing again. Herbert eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards.
The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They throw it out right complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down, it would appear. And yes, the chain gang going to move the sticks. They take a risk on 4th and 4, but they get it by a full yard.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Cousins throwing quickly out for Jefferson.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Cousins again. Looking sideline, incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Another carry now for Madison.
Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Now a give to Madison. And he dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. They work now on 2nd and 9. Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. Touchdown! Kirk Cousins on the connection to Justin Jefferson. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. To a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they turn that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now it's Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. On the give, this is Eckler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A handoff, it's Eckler. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. And quickly they get to the line. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. Here's Herbert. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line. Now Eckler. And down to the 36-yard line here. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll go down at the 28. Going on the ground with Eckler. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Flushed out right. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Kelly. Broken tackle for Kelly. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Forced out to his left. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I always wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Now a second down throw for Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. First down, and they stick with Eckler. Looking for a seam, but finding none. We'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Cam Akers, 28 yards. And the Vikings have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Charger drive about to get going. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Here's Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Eckler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Herbert now. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line. Up the middle with Eckler. And he's got it down to the 28.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Play fake. Cousins sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline.
And he will get out of bounds here as well. What a play. Big yardage. They stop the clock. And they move it to the boundary of field goal range as well.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
What can they come up with here? It's 3rd and 7.
Here's Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeout.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. The home crowd here absolutely loves it, as they should, getting the field goal in the closing moments and likely going to get out of here with a W.
A W, celebrations all around. How about how everyone's going to leave this stadium, right? And you know something? He probably makes more money than most of the 60,000 people here, but they're all willing to buy him dinner tonight, aren't they?
Oh, they don't care. He's a man of the people right now.
Here's 1st and 10. Herbert gonna throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Maybe looking for a flag, but they're not going to get one there. They took a shot, hoping to find a way to sneak into field goal range, but it's incomplete. And now with time almost gone, the task gets much more difficult.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
Well, it took us until the final play chart to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it, because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone.